Let's see. All right, so it's super simple. Let me log in. All right, so it just turned 8 o'clock, so that's why this is jumping all around. At the top of the hour, it always goes crazy. But um, so basically what I do is I just look for, I go to my top gainers of the day. So I'm looking at the pre-market right now because the market doesn't open until 9:30. So I'm looking at the pre-market and I want to look at what stocks have changed the most overnight or they're changing the most right now in pre-market. So like for instance, LYT right here is going to freeze up, of course. There we go. All right. So it went up 113% overnight. So what I do is I watch it because typically if something goes up over 50% overnight, it typically has news to go along with it. Um, so why is the stock up today? Let's see. Trade without any clear news. All right. So that means that it's just being pushed for no really good reason. So I don't mess with that one. I only trade stuff that has news because it has a much better chance. See, this one has news. According to press release, bankruptcy filing is part of the company's ongoing accounting bankruptcy. So, oh, I see why it's so crazy. So another thing I look at is the price of the stock. So like LYT is $2.95. That's a pretty stable stock. But if it's under a dollar, so this is 11 cent, it usually goes up and down all the time and it's just unpredictable. People buy a ton of shares to make it go up, and then when it goes up, they jump out when everybody else gets in. So they make their money and nobody else really does. So I don't trade anything under a dollar. So I'll go to the next one. This looks like it's got some volume. Yep. So it should continue to go up. Does it have any news? Uh, ah, yeah. So it does have news. All right. So that's one that we are definitely going to watch for today, or for at least right now. It's steadily trying to go higher. The other thing that's cool that you can see is so like right here, um, at the last cycle, so like 5 minutes ago, it had a volume of 46,000. That means 46,000 trades were occurring. Well, now over a million trades are occurring. So that means a lot of people are taking interest in this. Well, when a lot of people take interest, it either goes up a lot or down a lot. So it's pretty indicative, I guess, that it's going to make a move one way or the other when the volume is super high. I'm still going to wait. I'm not going to just jump into it just because. But what I am going to do, see, it can change from way up to way down really fast when the volume is high. So I just chill out, wait a minute, give it a second, because the last thing you want to do is jump into something and it die, obviously. So I usually start my day or a stock with $1,000 when I feel like getting in, and then if I like it and it looks like it's going to do what I want it to do, I'll throw two more thousand on top of that. I usually trade with 3,000, 4,000. All right, I'm gonna I'm gonna buy the asking price. So that's basically just what um, people are asking for that stock. All right, so if we get a green bar here, see that's a lot of buyers. So a lot of people are buying this, okay? It all depends on what this candle here does. If it comes back down, it still doesn't mean we're not going to trade it, but we're going to watch it. But it looks really like it's trending really well. So I'm probably going to go ahead and get in this shortly here. I usually set a stop loss. That way, if it goes in the wrong direction, I'm already set. I don't have to think about it. It just sells for me. So I cut my losses super quick. If I choose wrong, I cut my losses super quick. But I also, with my profits, I wait it out. I want to get as much as possible on that. So let's see what we can do here. It looks to me like it's going to run. So I'm going to buy some here. If I need to buy some more in a second, I will. Oh, it's moving up too fast. I might have missed it. So I bought there. We're going to see what happens. I'm going to scroll it over a little bit. It looks to me like it's going to keep running. I don't see why it wouldn't. That doesn't mean it's going to continue running, but it does mean that I have a pretty good feel for it. And right now, it's kicking butt. But I'm not going to throw $2,000 on it without being sure. Let's see what it's doing on the 1 minute chart. Yeah, see, I don't like these two red candles beside each other. That's not a real positive sign. But we're still rising. So let's go ahead and let's knock this down. Let's go. Bam. All right. Now, when I have $3,000 at play, I always look at how much I'm up or down, and I take profit quickly. Um, just to be safe. I mean, I'd rather make 30 bucks on a trade than lose 150 really fast. Um, but I mean, it's a waiting game. Like you see right now, I'm going between profit 10, negative 10, profit 10, negative 10. The MACD is showing that it's kind of in an uptrend right now, so I still feel pretty good about it. All right, so green candle down. We'll probably get a little pullback to here-ish and then back up. Let's see. So Archie, Archie. All right, so as of right this second, I'm down $50, 56 bucks. But so this could safely pull all the way back to about here, which would be if it went there and then went down, it would be a big loss. But I'm willing to try it out. You see, we're still getting positive movement. We're not really getting negative movement. So on the 1 minute chart, let's see. Let's see. So I would love for it to stay above my EMA. So if it drops below my EMA, there's a really good chance it could drop to this line, um, which is my VWAP. So basically, if it drops below here, it has a strong probability of going all the way back to here. Once it gets to here, this is kind of a resistance line. And if it crosses this line going down, it is a negative trade. It is going to go down. It could come here and bounce back. That is not a really good risk. That you have to look back and see what it's done in the past also. So it came down to my VWAP, my yellow line. It dropped below it a little bit and then it recovered. And then it dropped below my EMA line and it recovered. And then it dropped to the EMA line and it recovered. It's dropped now to pretty much the EMA line. It could even drop a little bit below it and I'll feel okay about holding on to it. But if it drops down here, I'm getting out of it. It's pretty much a waiting game right this second. See how it's getting that flow down? But see, even that red candle there, it's got a tail at the bottom, which shows me that it's most of the sellers are on the high side. So I feel like it's going to recover. All right, we're crossing over on the MACD back down into red territory. So we really need, see, this candle here scared me more than this because this means that the stock was here and it pulled down here and all the sellers were down here at the bottom of that candle. When they're at the bottom, that means there's all this room up here that they gave up to sell down here. And that's a little more scary to me. Now, that's got to tell at the bottom, that's got to tell at the bottom. I'm hoping this will be a recovery and go up. You're telling me there's a chance. So, and when you have a candle like this here with a tail at the bottom, tail at the top, that means they're indecisive. Buyers are kind of in the middle of things. They don't really know whether they want to buy, want to sell. They don't know if they want the price to go up or down. So they're kind of selling and buying right in the middle. This with a tail at the bottom typically means, like for instance, see how they were indecisive here, and then right here it's got a tail at the bottom, but it ended up buying or selling up. So the body of it is up at the top. Typically that means that we're going to rise, which is what I'm hoping we end up with here. I'm still sitting at negative 68. Let's see. Like I said, it could pull all the way back to, it's at 514 a share right now. It could legitimately pull all the way back to 476, which wouldn't be like out of line. Look at the 1 minute. So they're getting smaller. They're not really doing a whole lot of trading. Volume is down tremendously. I have no clue why. Oh, that was at 8 o'clock. That's why. At time change, it always spikes for whatever reason. I guess more people jump in right at time. All right. This is where we got to start being careful. All right. I like switching between 1 minute and 5 minute charts. So I'm down 102, 96, 91. Seems like it's going to go back the other way. All right. Uh, I like switching between 1 minute and 5 minute charts because 1 minute is like super rapid. I can see exactly what's happening. 5 minute, it means each candle represents 5 minutes. So I can kind of see the direction that it's going. And then I go to 30 minute. We've got this big freaking candle here. 30-minute, you got 2 million. Yeah, see, I feel pretty good about it. Maybe I'm maybe I'm off. I don't know. That should be an indecisive candle green, indecisive candle red. See what comes out with this. See what these other stocks are doing. Ooh, put this on this other chart over here so we can keep an eye on it. Boom. Oh, I didn't have any news. That's right. We're not trading that. Nope. No, thank you. Pass, brother. Lumen Technologies. Interesting. See what Lumen's got going on. Ours up 50%. Three reasons why. Lumen Technologies shares soared after telecommunication company said it secured 5.5 billion in new deals. Well, that's pretty good news, I would say. So we're going to watch this one too. And it checks all the boxes because it is selling at over $3 right now. It's getting close to this VWAP line, which is typically a good thing because that's a resistance line. It's really volatile though. I don't understand why. Hmm. It looks to me like we have a slight trend here. We're going to keep our eye on it, but we are not trading that until we see some serious up movement. This one over here, on the other hand, is not wanting to act right for me. I'm going to ride this. Yeah, I feel like we're going to continue to go up. I mean, there's no quick moving down. It's already, I mean, we should get a pop above the EMA here somewhere in the next few. And then once we pop above, we should get some bigger candles. And we should continue the same trend we've been seeing, which is we'll sell it up here around 545. Or I'll take a $200 loss. That's part of it. That's not what I like to see. All right, we need to start making a move. See, this to me looks a lot like this does, where it trended down. And if we can get a candle like this right here, that red candle with the tail at the bottom, body at the top, and then get a green, I think we'll start back. And I'm not opposed. If I see it go back above that EMA, I may throw 2,000 more on it just to drop my average cost and rock and roll. See what the 5-minute chart's looking like. Yep, see. All right. Right in here between that tail and that tail. Boom, 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 boom. That little tail, that little area. That 484. If it goes below 484, we got to get out because that is a resistance spot. Right in there. So let's see. See what happens. Who the heck knows? Stock market's crazy. It's a lot of red sales there. But we're starting to get indecision. See that? It's got a tail on top, tail on the bottom, skinny line. Tail on top, tail on the bottom, skinny line. So that tells me that we're fixing to go back up, baby. Heck yeah. And here we go. Rock and roll. Let's go. Let's buy some more. Why the heck not, dude? Boom. Drop my average cost. Uh, Cut my loss immediately. Let's run. Let's run. Come on now. If this on the 5 minute chart breaks that spot at 5:30, then we are running. We are off and running. I'm not saying it's going to do that, but I'm saying it might. Oh yeah, see what happened? It got back above this EMA, and now most likely, not all the time, trends don't always work, but most likely it uses this line now as a base, and it'll come down and kind of tap and then run up. Yeah, buddy. So I was losing 200 bucks on this trade, but with patience, I mean, even if I sold right now, I'd lose what, $13, $3 now. But I'm not going to do that. We're going to get another green candle here. We're going to ride up. Let's look over here what's going on. See, we're getting a base here. This one's going to be good for too long. All right, so right now I'm up, what? Not much, but it goes fast. You can lose money fast, you can make money fast. No question about it. Archie, Archie. Come here, buddy. Archie, come here. Come here, buddy. Oh, what's it gonna do, man? Huh? What you think it's gonna do? Oh, it's going back down a little bit, huh? That's just a little pullback. So what I'm gonna do is if we get up here where I'm getting a profit out of this thing, I'm probably gonna go ahead and sell it. Um, what? What's up, buddy? What's it gonna do, man? Huh? What's your stock gonna do? What you think? Get up here. All right, so that right there is not a good indicator to me. That is scarier than anything that I've seen. So the reason that is we've got decent volume, decent volume, high volume, but it's red. That means the majority of people are sellers, not buyers, which tells me that we are pretty close to this thing tailing off. Probably. Now, I said, it's not always the case. So I'm gonna get ready to close this. If I get a profit out of it, I'm just gonna sell it. Take what I can. I'm gonna get the bid price. That's what people are willing to pay for it. All right, so we got an indecisive candle. It could go green, it could go red. We're hoping for green. I want to sell all of my shares as soon as I'm in a profit. Ooh wee. Ooh wee. If this thing buys back up and turns green, then it's going to be a good stop. But I just cannot see it doing that. I cannot see it doing that. This is why you're patient, boys. This is why you're patient. It's the only reason. That's the only reason. That's it right there. Thank you. Thank you. I'll sell it. Thanks. Give it to me. Profit secured. I probably could have stayed in it, but I made 122 bucks on that trade. There you go.